Welcome to the channel. In this video we will recap the second season of Peaky Blinders. Subscribe, sit back and enjoy. Grace shoots Campbell and leaves. 2 years later, the garrison is blown up while the Peaky Blinders are attending Freddie Thorne's funeral. Tommy asks Ada to come home as he is planning an expansion into London. Tommy goes to the Black Lion to confront those responsible for the explosion. Instead, he is taken to meet with the IRA and asked to assassinate someone, which he does. Tommy is informed that Campbell, now a major, is returning to Birmingham. The Peaky Blinders have a meeting regarding the expansion of the bookie business, during which Polly and Esme have reservations. Nonetheless, Tommy, Arthur, and John decide to get familiar with the London scene and end up causing a rumpus at Darby Sabini's club. Polly visits a medium for information on her children that were taken from her. Tommy hires Lizzie as his secretary. In retaliation for the club incident, Sabini has his thugs kidnap and attempt to rape Ada, as well as beat Tommy to within an inch of his life. Major Campbell intervenes before Sabini and his men can finish him off, having agreed with Churchill that Tommy will be useful to them. Major Campbell visits Tommy in the hospital and reveals that he knows about the murder Tommy committed for the IRA, and has had Tommy under surveillance for some time. Tommy discharges himself early and takes a barge down to London. He meets with the vicious gang leader Alfie Solomons in Camden Town. Tommy has a hard time convincing Solomons that he should align with the Peaky Blinders against Sabini. Tommy buys Ada and Polly houses as a means of laundering money. Esme has told Tommy about Polly trying to find her children. Tommy tells Polly her daughter is dead, but he has managed to track down her son. Unfortunately, due to the law, Polly is unable to see her son until he is 18 years of age. Arthur's flashbacks from the war are getting worse, and during one, he kills a boy while sparring. He starts using cocaine to self-medicate. Following the reopening of the garrison, Polly's son, Michael, shows up on her doorstep. The gang hire the Digbeth Kid, a neighborhood boy who loves cowboy movies, to get stood up for gambling to help the local cops meet their arrest quota. While in jail, Sabini's thugs murder the Digbeth Kid to get back at the Peaky Blinders for their intrusion on his turf. Polly and Michael try to get to know each other. Tommy and John meet with Billy, of the Black Country Boys, who fought with them in the war. Tommy tells Billy to round up his men for them to go to work in Camden Town for Alfie Solomons. Arthur is threatened by the mother of the boy he killed. Tommy tells Major Campbell that the officers played a joke on him and have boarded him in a house that is owned by a not-so-former madam. The Peaky Blinders and Michael go to an auction to purchase a horse and meet horse trainer May Carlton. On the way home, they are ambushed by Sabini's right-hand man, who tries to shoot Tommy, but is stopped when Arthur intervenes and beats him severely. Tommy meets with his Irish handlers and discovers they are backed by Major Campbell and the Crown. They order another hit, but Tommy turns them down. Arthur and the gang attack one of Sabini's clubs. Michael requests that Tommy give him a job. Tommy hires Carlton to train his horse. Later, Tommy visits Carlton at her home and the two have sex. Tommy wants to export whiskey to America and Canada, currently under prohibition. Arthur's cocaine habit is starting to spiral out of control and Tommy tells him to straighten up. Tommy visits Ada and tells her he has set up a trust fund for John's children and her son, Carl. Solomons and Sabini meet and settle their differences. As Michael and his black friend Isaiah try to drink in a bar, they get into a bar fight with a racist patron. When John and Arthur learn that the Shelby name was disrespected, they burn the bar. Tommy calls Grace in London but hangs up without saying anything when a man answers. Alfie Solomons hosts a Passover Seder and invites an unaware Arthur and some of his men, who are soon equally slaughtered, and has Arthur sent to prison. Major Campbell has Michael arrested as well. Sabini and the now gruesomely scarred Mario take back control of the Eden Club. Tommy finds his fledgling empire crumbling before him, as his power base in London is obliterated. Tommy struggles to save his family and regain the upper hand, as the tentative Black Country/Brum alliance is in tatters after the untimely death of Billy Kitchen. Tommy further complicates his love life, by escorting the returning Grace to a passionate date, though still stringing May along, who had earlier expressed her feelings for him. Having slept with Tommy, Grace admits being in London with her husband to procure fertility treatment. Campbell forces Polly to have sex with him, in exchange for Michael's freedom. Tommy attempts to end his romantic relationship with May, though he still wants her to continue training his horse. Tommy decides to settle all his affairs in case he meets an untimely death. He also meets with Alfie Solomons, whose deal with Sabini fell through, regarding business contracts. Alfie gets Arthur out of prison. Derby Day has arrived. Polly tries to pay off Michael to get him to leave. Tommy collects the Peaky Blinders and gives them their mission at the races. Without firing a shot, they are to collect and burn the licenses of Darby Sabini's bookies and steal the bets. Tommy runs into Grace, who informs him that she's pregnant with his child. Lizzie lures Field Marshal Russell to the horse stables for Tommy to kill him for Major Campbell, but Tommy gets there late, and Lizzie is brutally assaulted by Russell before Tommy can kill him. Major Campbell's men from Northern Ireland, 3 members of the Ulster Volunteers, kidnap Tommy and take him to an empty field to kill him. Meanwhile, Aunt Polly meets with Major Campbell and shoots him dead in retaliation for their previous sexual encounter. Instead of Tommy being executed, one of the Ulster Volunteers kills the other 2, and tells Tommy that Winston Churchill will be contacting him in the future. The Peaky Blinders celebrate their victory. Michael, who decided not to leave after all, tells Tommy he wants in on the family business. In the closing scene, Tommy reveals his intentions of getting married in the near future. Give us a like if you would like to see the 3rd season recapped. Check out this other cool clips. Thank you for watching and see you soon.